Welcome back to yet another episode of The Stitch in Time. My name is Foxus Mzuka Flani, aka DJ Foxus, Mr. PhD, yani photographer, designer, alongside
Flow Master, the
Yes,
DJ,
sir.
daktari mwenyewe, mitishamba, naturalist, Pan-African, mambo yote. Sisi ni wale wase, we do everything.
yeah, jack of all trades.
Vipi Mzuka?
Poa sana. Karibu
Tuko hapa
sana.
tena.
Yes,
Round 6.
episode number 6.
Si mbaya.
Man, we are on the right track.
We are cruising nicely.
We are cruising
Yeah.
nicely.
Kabisa. While the howlers are howling,
Well, the howls are howling,
God is giving us, take.
but
Tunaendelea.
hiyo ni fiti, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. First things first.
Introduction.
Thank you very much. All right, Solomon.
Buddha mse. What's up?
Today we want to talk about life skills, basic life skills.
That's a good topic.
Yes.
That's a very good topic.
So we want to look at what is it that we have, or we can learn, or we can teach
Yes.
our offspring,
Yes.
or anyone can teach anyone for survival purposes.
True. Actually, for me, basically, just for introduction or definition purposes, you know, I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, we're going to teach these kids life skills," and I see them being taught how to write resumes, how to shake somebody's hand and look at their eyes.
Yeah.
I don't consider those life skills.
They're not life skills.
For me, life skills is basically technical skills.
Okay.
Being someone who can solve technical problems. So that, for example, you have a nice house. If this countertop falls off, you can fix it. If your car breaks down, you can look at it and say, you know what, at least I can fix 1 or 2, 3 things before I get a mechanic.
Or you can diagnose.
I can diagnose and say, this is a problem.
Yes.
So basically, you're a jack of all trades. So this is a conversation that should drive even guys who want to come here.
Yes.
Because immigration is a big thing. We're going to have an immigration expert come here one time
Yes.
and walk us through how you can come here. A lot of people have been asking me, how can I come to Canada? People ask me on Facebook.
Yeah, even me. A lot of people
Yeah.
ask, even family.
Yeah,
have been
family,
asking,
you know, people want to come over. And one thing I realized is that they have this fantasy or fantasized notion about what life is and how life is over here.
Yes.
They think maybe, oh, you just come and there are jobs you can get. And a lot of us, sincerely, when we were at home, we were not taught these things we call real life skills, technical skills. We didn't have them.
Yes.
Then you come here and find that those are the jobs that actually pay you.
That pay well.
They pay
Yes,
well.
Yeah.
So if you tell a Kenyan, oh, can you go do an electrical course or do a welding course?
Yeah.
Or even if you can't do the course, can you go and talk to those guys who do welding in your neighborhood?
Yes.
Those Jaluos you see over there
Yeah.
welding.
I-
Talk to them and say, you know what, I'm going to work for you guys for free.
Yeah.
I'll be cleaning the site, but just teach me how to weld.
Yeah.
You tell guys that in Kenya, they look at you as if you're crazy.
Yes.
Unataka mtoto wangu aende afanye welding.
But it
Those are the jobs that pay here.
it is because actually some of those are they called they're the blue collar jobs.
Blue collar jobs.
They are not taken seriously.
Yes.
In general, as a country, as a continent, I don't think we take things like garbage collection seriously.
Exactly.
We don't even have garbage collection in most parts.
Yes.
Right. I think I agree with you in terms of having those technical skills for survival
Yes.
here in the diaspora. We should take time and teach our young ones, and especially the people who are still in Kenya or Africa and want to move here.
Yes.
Some of the best paying jobs, and you get into them quickly, you know, are those blue collar jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we should even tell people we should even have another show and tell them before you send your child
Yes.
to Canada or
Yes.
to the United States, watch this video, teach them
Yes.
a few skills here and there, man.
Like there are technical schools in Kenya. I always say it's better for you when your your son or daughter finishes high school, that 1 year that they're at home waiting to be called to universities, or maybe they haven't gotten the marks to go to university,
Yes.
ask them to choose a technical course.
Yes.
It can be plumbing, electrical, whichever they feel that they can, you know what, cope with and do. Just do a diploma or a certificate.
Yes.
So they have an idea. So when they come here, those are the courses that if you come here, they're the ones that take you 2-3 months. And after 3 months, you get a job. And those jobs you'll start, you get at least $20-$25 depending on where you are. And then if you get unionized, you can go up to, you become a journeyman.
Yes.
You get like, start like $40 now. Like construction.
Yes.
Journeymans are getting $40.
Yeah, it's. I feel like it should be emphasized.
That's actually per hour.
Per hour,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, that's a good clarification. It's per hour.
Yeah.
We need to emphasize, and even the people who are already here, we need to tell them, instead of you thinking, like there's a lady who came, my sister's friend came the other day, and she wanted to get into business, what she was doing back in
home.
Kenya.
Yes.
And I told her, that's fine, you can look for them, you will find them eventually. But I try to tell her, look for something that is actually going to pay you good money at the moment.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily going to for the factory jobs. There's a lot of jobs like what is it called? Guys in the shelter resource workers.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot of money in those things. So we need to pass that message that these jobs actually pay well, and tell people the practical examples that we have. Like some of us have done those jobs. I have done construction jobs, and those were my best paychecks up until this date.
Very true.
You know?
It might be hard work,
Yes.
but if you're somebody who's young and still physically fit, and it's not like you're doing it forever.
Yeah.
It's just saying, I have this skill under my belt, and I'm doing this job while I'm aiming for maybe my degree in architecture. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So you can start there. So at least you know I can pay my bill. I don't need to call mommy and daddy at home to send me money.
Send me something, or pocket money.
That no man, I don't have enough money for my rent this month.
Yes.
No, so you can take care of yourself.
Yeah,
But if you come here green, or if you have a child who doesn't know anything, you know those kids who can't even cook, can't even clean up for themselves. So you want to bring them abroad. I have a lot of relatives who are like that, who their folks call you and say, "Oh, this child is doing nothing here. Can they just come there and life in pige huko?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, you want to send your child here, who you've not taught anything.
Yeah.
Like you've not mentored this child with. He's just sitting.
Yes.
Then he's coming to sit here in whose house?
Yeah.
To do what?
Yeah, and burden who?
Who?
Yeah.
Here, there's no one who will have mercy for you, empathy. Like you go outside and work. If you can't, then you find people now killing themselves.
Yes.
They can't cope. So we can't do that to our kids, please.
Yeah.
But when you ban, please
teach them simple
prepare
things.
your children.
Simple things. Just being able to repair things in the house.
Yeah.
You know, kuna watu
being a handyman pays.
Sufuria imeharibika, you can fix that handle. You know, even ladies, you know, you need to start teaching yourselves how to fix the electrical stuff, how to even do plumbing stuff, because let's say a pipe bursts and, you know, you do not know what to do in the meantime. You end up damaging a lot of things.
Changing car tires.
Yes.
Women want to drive cars, but they can't even change the car tire.
No, that needs
You can have a flat tire somewhere where the help doesn't come quickly. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And something you should know how to do.
The parents with the young girls, Solo, you're one of them, start teaching them how to change tires early.
Yeah.
At least when they are teenagers.
They need to know.
You know?
I know the good thing with here, there are things they will just have to learn.
Yes.
Yeah. And even back home, I see there's some skills that maybe my generation, I could see the parents trying to teach the girls, like making hair.
Yeah.
You know, those are skills that you take for granted.
Yeah.
You know how much it pays here?
Oh, it pays a good.
Making hair is a big business here.
Yes.
So if you're good at making hair and you come here, ama demona na Kenyatta Market.
Yes.
Awa kifika hapo.
They can make a killing. They can make a killing. They can make a killing.
Those are the people we need here to come
fact,
here.
We should open a salon. You know, we're talking about some of the things we need to do.
Kabisa.
We'll do it.
Yeah. We will. Coming next. Very soon tumefungua the stitching time barbers.
And hair salon.
Wanapigwa massage kazi za Kenya.
Bas.
Za kwa fit.
lakini wasota kubali maazi wao waende huko.
Hakuna shauri yao. Maazi watajaa wanapanga line. Itakuwa busy.
But yeah, man.
But that is necessary.
It is.
Because that will mean you're bringing people here who have at least matured enough and who know how to survive.
And recently, you know, not only do you teach them those skills for them to come here, recently immigration released a list of jobs that you can use to come and get your permanent residence.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so there's some jobs. Let me just find this information right here real quick.
Because these jobs that people look down upon at home are high-paying jobs here.
Yeah.
So wacheni kulala, please.
So there's one like this. It said, let me see. Before a tailor was eligible to get permanent residence.
Imagine. Look at that. A tailor.
A tailor. So there's funny things like if you're a comedian, you're also eligible to apply for permanent residency in Canada through express entry.
Look at that.
There's
So
NOC.
Churchill has applied.
Yeah, Churchill can come get PR. If you're a barber or a hairstylist, just what we're talking about, you can also use that to apply for permanent residency in Canada through express entry. It's NOC 63210 tier number 3.
Hizo numbers itabidi tulete immigration expert hapa tuambie hizo numbers zinaisha nini. But imagine that.
A mechanic is also eligible. So tier number 2. So somebody asked, what about a chef or somebody who is baking? NOC 62200 tier number 2, they are also eligible to apply for permanent residence in Canada.
So basically what you're saying is somebody who's a barber, somebody who is a chef, somebody who is a mechanic,
a shoemaker can also apply
for a cobbler.
A cobbler. Yeah.
Why not? You see, if you're watching from home and listening to this, you can be a shoemaker and come. Apply for permanent residence from Kenya and come here.
Yeah. You're a makeup artist, check either NOC 63211 tier number 3 or 52119 tier number 2. They're also eligible too.
Exactly. Because everybody wants to come here through education.
Yes.
Or I'm coming to university. That's all we know.
Oh, look at this one. Read that for them.
If you are an event planner, you can also apply for permanent residency in Canada through express entry. What?
An event planner.
See?
So there are so many things. So do not, and parents, listen, if your children have passion and they have a passion in something, if they do not want to go through the traditional ways of, you know, making it in life, or being a doctor, being
a lawyer,
going to university and graduating so they can, you know, support them in what they're doing. A good example, my parents supported me when I was coming. I came to Canada as an artist. I used to draw, I used to do animation, and that's what brought me here. At least for school. And I believe if I had a business in the same, I would still be eligible.
Like I have a relative who, the son, was into making short skits on Instagram and doing short skits. This boy had 10,000 views like probably 6 years ago. Like, no, sorry, 10,000 followers. But actually the parents killed that dream because it was interfering with school. So this child stopped doing this thing. Now imagine, look at people now making money on Instagram and YouTube and all this stuff.
And these guys make millions.
They make a lot of money in Kenya. If you look at people like this lady, Mungai Eve, who started during COVID. It's been about 2.5, 3 years. And she's made strides. Like this is a girl who came from a village, came to go to school, got a boyfriend who is into production, and now they're doing it.
They're doing it. She just left Kenya to go to the World Cup.
Imagine.
She bought herself a ticket. They're probably going to create content
over there.
You know? So do not kill those passions.
Don't kill those dreams. Don't stifle those dreams, man. It's a bad move. Let your kids express themselves, man.
Now back to what we were talking about, life skills. There are a few things that people also do not look at as life skills. I feel like something like being able to negotiate. right? This is what I mean. Like, for example, if you come here and let's say you're done school, or you come here, just being able to negotiate a good pay for yourself.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
That's very true.
yeah, just being able to say, I'm worth this. So if you're giving me less than this, I'd rather just go back and keep looking.
Yes.
Or if you really want me to join, this is what you gotta do.
Yes.
You know?
Those are actually that I was seeing. This guy is called Jordan Peterson.
Jordan,
He's a lecturer at U of T. He left lecturing. He talks about. He has YouTube videos. He's very famous. And he talked about, actually, he was having a discussion with someone about the pay gap between men and women. And he said that in his therapy sessions, he's talked to women and helped them learn how to be assertive and how to negotiate.
Yes.
So that they can get better pay. Because, there was this debate whereby there's this issue of feminists saying that the gender pay gap is crazy. And they're saying, no, it's that women are just different.
Yes.
Most of them don't know how to negotiate.
Yes.
They're very agreeable with a lot of things. They disagree quickly.
Yeah.
So men are disagreeable. I can say, pana,
Yeah.
this man is not worth my job.
Yeah.
If someone comes to me and says, oh, Solo, I want you to DJ for my wedding. I want to pay you 800. I'll say, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
800 is not worth my time.
Yeah.
Wedding, forget it.
Yeah, and that actually goes hand in hand in another something I consider a life skill is being able to say no.
Oh yeah.
I have struggled with that up to this day. Just being able to say that my schedule is full, I can't take that.
Yes. No, it's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to know yourself.
Exactly.
You have to know that I cannot handle this load, or I cannot take this pay.
Yes.
And it comes with experience. When you begin working,
Yes.
and it's like, oh man, this guy is giving me 500. So you're from Kenya, unapiga hiyo math. This is
you're
good, man.
converting. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're wondering, I've been doing all these events, but I don't have any money. Then you start doing the math now properly. You realize you're not even charging for your time.
Yes.
You're not charging for the equipment that you've brought.
Transport.
The distance you've traveled, the commute time.
Yeah.
So the transport itself, or the van you use.
Yeah, exactly.
So you realize
And just the manpower itself.
manpower, because you have some, because you find it's a big wedding. Somebody has a wedding with 250 people.
Yes.
So you're coming with about 6-7 speakers.
Yes.
Set up all that stuff. You have somebody who you're going to pay.
Yeah.
Then they want to pay you less than $1,000.
Nice.
And they expect you to do it.
Yeah.
And when you refuse, they say, oh, this guy is expensive. No, in fact, we're very cheap.
You're cheap, yeah.
The guys I talk to tell me I charge 10 grand for a wedding.
Audiovisual companies.
Imagine.
No.
And then our people here are saying, oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Nowadays I just say, I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah, negotiating skills. That's another topic we can actually dive into and just expound on it, because there's a lot of business people here, young entrepreneurs and even old alike, that do not know how to negotiate for their time, their skills, and everything in between,
True.
So that should be a thing that
important.
Let me take another direction with this. Before you came here, there were some things that you did not learn until you were here. Could you give us an example or two of the things that you now feel like would have been a plus if you learned them before you came to Canada?
I wish I'd learned how to become an apprentice. Just being humble enough to say, you know what, I want to be an apprentice. You see someone who's doing something that you want to learn, and you go to them and say, listen, I'm going to do this job. Don't pay me for 1 month. Let me just do it. Then you work like crazy. Then after a month, you tell them, listen, Mazi, what do you think? Can I stay with you now? Can you pay me to now work for you? Instead of, when you finish school, you start applying for jobs. I was anti-school. After uni, I was the most anti-school person you've ever met. Now, it was because before I went
You're still anti a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm anti a lot of things. I'm crazy. But basically, before I went to uni, I was an employer. We had a mail delivery business with my friends. And it was doing well. So my dad said, oh, you're doing this business thing. I see you like business. Why don't you go to uni and up your skills in business. So I thought it was a good idea.
Yes.
So I went to uni.
Yes.
So I left Kenya and to Uganda. So when I came back after the first semester, our business had collapsed.
Oh.
Like we'd made some mistakes, or my partners made some mistakes. And then, so after the contract ended, it wasn't renewed. And that was we had a corporate contract, which was a good one. So we said, I said, you know what, let me leave this because I'm in school.
Yes.
So when I come back,
Yeah.
I'll see how it goes.
Yes.
So coming back, guess what? I started applying for jobs. So I was applying for jobs and I'm getting regrets. I wanted to get into advertising. So Ogilvy and Mother, this something called something production. There were so many.
Yes.
Impulse promotions. I was writing applications.
Yes.
Getting regrets. So I wish if I knew then, I would have written and said, listen, I just want to come, work for free. Be in your organization so I can learn the ropes.
Yeah.
You're not paying me. Just come and work. So you go there, you work like crazy.
Like crazy,
So
yeah.
they see your value, that now they feel, hey, if this guy leaves, hey, we need him, man. We see his value.
yeah.
So now they can give you an offer, you know. And that 1 month you've learned something. And on your resume you can say, I worked for 1 month at
Yes.
Ogilvy and Mather or something somewhere else.
Yeah.
These are things that they come with age and time, and you talk to different people.
Yeah.
And also just learning technical skills.
Yes.
Because I realized that it would have helped me a lot
Long time ago.
long time ago.
Yeah.
The things I learned in Kenya, like I can cut hair,
Yes.
but I didn't develop the skill. It was just something I learned by the way I was at my uncle's barbershop.
Barbershop, yeah.
And I learned a little bit. But I didn't like take it seriously.
Yes.
So imagine if I could cut hair properly.
Yeah.
Then maybe, because it was a barbershop, and let's say I used to always hang out in the garage with my dad, because my dad always bought second-hand cars.
Yes.
So the whole day mko Kisumu kwa garage.
Yes.
So if I take an interest in just learning how
Like
to
something,
fix.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these are things that if I came with here,
Yeah.
ningekuwa gazillionaire.
Yeah, those are some of the things. When you look at how guys, for example, I see our friend Roy just fixing cars, and I'll be there with him, and we're just talking, and we are having fun.
Yes.
And he's doing things that are in my head. I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Had I had the prior knowledge, you know, and some of these things you have to practice. I have friends who do their oil changes
Yes.
themselves. You know, even
Changing, what do you call this, brake pads.
brake pads.
They're not
yes.
hard things to do.
Yes, yes,
It's just knowing the equipment. It's basically, it's a technical skill.
yes.
So you become an automotive technician. That's not being an engineer. That means that I know how this engine is, or I need to change this, I can remove this. Because here you change everything.
You change everything.
Yeah, there's nothing about fixing.
No.
You just change the
Just
part.
change parts. Yeah, yeah. That's true. There are things. Another thing I just thought about is something I would have learned if I had learned this earlier. I would have been in a better place. Is time management. You know, just being able to schedule yourself and know that when I wake up, I'm going to do this. Or if you plan that on Thursday, I'm going to do this. These are things I struggle with. I'm just talking about things that I struggle with.
Yes.
Just being able to plan yourself and execute.
True.
These are some things you can teach your kids. You can teach your younger siblings.
Yes.
How to just manage their time. Supervise them doing things like this. When they get here, they'll be able to get a lot done.
Actually, saying that we need to have more mentors in our community.
Yes.
Mentorship is lacking. Even as a father or as a mother, you need to mentor your own children.
Yes.
The things you want them to learn. So you mentor them, then they learn from you.
Yes.
Then the things that you don't know, maybe your friend knows. So maybe you know something. I bring my son, he hangs out with you.
Yes.
You mentor him.
Yes.
So he gets many diverse skills.
Yes.
And knowledge, and he sees how things are done differently.
Yeah.
So this child grows up being complete. Now is very effective, or she's very effective.
Yeah, this used to happen back in the day. People used to send their kids to aunties.
Yes.
Over the holidays.
Exactly.
You know, so they came out all rounded.
Exactly.
You know, so
It's lacking now,
yeah,
and we need to bring it back.
we need to look at that actually.
need to
Here,
bring that
even
back.
the Kenyan community in Ontario as a whole, or even the Kenyan community in Canada or whatever diaspora that they're in, look at how you can mentor the young ones.
Yes.
In one way or the other. Look for people in the community who are good at stuff.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you see, mentorship nowadays is more or less, oh, I'm a lawyer. And it's all professional. This career things.
Yes.
I'm talking about these technical things.
Yeah.
If you have a mechanic like Roy,
Yeah.
Roy should be mentoring 1 or 2, 3 people.
Yes.
Like us now, when we're now mentoring a young man to become a DJ.
Yes.
Because these are skills that will help him. I didn't know that DJing would help me.
Yeah.
I didn't come here wanting to be a DJ.
It has helped.
But it's helped me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's true. That being said, I feel like we need to pay more attention. You know, a stitch in time saves 9. So look at those things. Look at what you can do for the younger ones or even the older ones before they come here.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. You know, another thing is also being able to take criticism.
Yes.
You know, I've been trying to teach my son that when he does something wrong, I should be able to correct him and he doesn't feel bad. He doesn't go sulking. You know, we have grown-ups who are suffering from not being able to take criticism.
A lot of people are not grown-ups. They're big babies.
Yeah.
And those are hard lessons. Actually, before we wrap it up, this will be another topic that we'll have to discuss.
Yes.
We have to discuss how our children or our young boys and girls are initiated into womanhood or manhood. It's necessary.
True.
We forgot about that in our lives, and you find that there's no structure for initiation.
Correct.
Yeah, so we still hang on to those old, like, okay, let's talk about circumcision, for example. People, it has even changed that nowadays kids are being circumcised when they're babies.
When they've been born, yeah.
So the idea of it
Yes.
has even
Being
disappeared.
taken away.
Whereby
Yes.
you are taught some few things, you learned what it meant to be a man in your society and all that.
Yeah.
We need to bring back some of these teachings.
Yeah, we've been alienated, like you said
Kabisa.
in the previous
We're
episode.
just
We
different
have
people.
adopted Mzungu culture.
Yeah.
They do it at birth so that it's not.
Yeah, it's not painful.
Yeah. So, but you're losing the meaning.
The meaning of it.
You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Hopefully you've gotten something. Like we said, we're trying to paint a picture in the community's minds.
Yes.
You know, one episode at a time. 1 minute at a time, depending on how you view our channel.
Yes.
What are you gonna have in conclusion for this episode?
No, this is a topic that everyone who is an adult here and who has either you have a child or you have nephews or nieces should think about it, or just for yourself. Make sure that either you are mentoring or you can be mentored.
Yes.
You can and learn, be diverse, learn many things.
Teachable.
Yeah, don't just be somebody who is one-minded, whereby you're linear in thinking.
Yes.
You know a lot of things. Be a jack of all trades. Learn how to take pictures. Learn how to edit. Learn anything.
Aspire to be a Swiss knife.
Yeah, it's gonna help you, man.
Yes.
And the next time we're gonna discuss more. Asante ni sana.
Thank you very much.
I hope you've subscribed.
Please do subscribe. Actually, we need you guys to subscribe.
Subscribe, man.
Yeah, man.
Kumbuka Nairobi Nights is coming up.
Yeah.
So
Until next
Jamhuri Day
time.
edition.
Until next time.
Kwaherini sana.